Alrighty, scientists. Today we are doing seed analysis in two different ways. The first way is that we're going to observe our seeds. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is clearly we can tell what happens to these bean seeds as they get water. What's happening to them? Savannah? They're growing. So hopefully that means that it's germinating because they're like 4 times the size of these now. Bad news is I've had them hanging in the window. And what'd you notice about our temperatures? They've been getting pretty cold overnight. So I am going to be keeping these under my lamp in the back of the room for the rest of the day. And then I'll do that again tomorrow. And hopefully we'll get these beans to actually start to sprout. That's my goal. Oh, you can. Here, I'll zoom in on it for you guys. If you look really closely, you can see it kind of is starting to sprout a little bit. So I'm going to put it under my lamp because we learned that plants need sunlight, and I'm hoping that that light and warmth will help it a little more because our window.
What are you guys laughing at? Oh.
Our window, I think, is just a little bit too cold and kind of dreary right now. So we're going to keep those there. The other seed analysis that we get to do is by breaking apart our seeds. And so these ones I'm thinking will be a little better for this in the future. However, I soaked these, and remember how I was hoping that we would get to split our seeds apart on Friday?
Yeah.
Well, we ran out of time, and so as part of our lesson today, and I just left them soaking in the water, and I have to tell you guys, they got a little bit yucky. So I'm going to pull them out for you. But I am going to have you work with your science partner. Uh-oh. I know. These normally would have been a little tougher, but I do want you, when you get with your science partner, I know that they're kind of yucky, but it's because the seed has been kind of breaking down in the water. So, yes, it's going to feel slimy. Yes, I promise we will wash our hands after this. But, hocus pocus.
Everybody focus.
I want you to feel how the seed, the outside part is kind of soft now. And then you can actually feel it gets squishy because the inside part, because it's expanding, right, from being in water. Because if I compare this to, let me show you it next to my dry seeds. It's grown, just like the ones that were in the other thing. So these guys, you can feel that it's kind of squishy. And also, you can break it in half to see what the inside of our bean seed looks like. And it kind of gets like there's kind of a skin on the outside.
That looks delicious.
And there's oh my goodness. There's kind of a casing on the seed that will end up popping off. But eventually, that germination process would have happened kind of in between these two layers. So I'm not going to zoom in more because you will get to do this on their own. Don't worry, I'm gonna rub it off a little bit. It's not gonna feel so slimy for you guys. But I do want to give you a chance. Oh! Online friends, I sent your beans in your package at home, and there's directions on your slides. You want them to soak for at least 24 hours before you would do this. Probably not a whole lot more than that, or they'll get kind of yucky like mine. But go ahead and soak them overnight, and then the next day for science, you can do this part of the experiment.